Yes. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. Let us start with the elephant on the room. In the room, the elephant. Let us start with the elephant, the muffin elephant, because Gary is sending positive vibes and Albert is sending positive vibes. It turns out that while we were enjoying Muffin on the Street on Saturday morning or shortly thereafter, Muffin on the Street was out riding his bicycle and multitasking. And there's only so much multitasking you can do while you're riding a bicycle. Unfortunately, our beloved Logan took a spill, ended up with a fractured humerus. Oh, and here he is, baby. Oh. So, yes, Muffin on the mend, absolutely. But I'm glad to see you here, Logie, and I'm glad that you're in good spirits. Logan will be out of the hospital today after surgery yesterday morning, and will be surrounded by so much love. It's not even funny. Mrs. Muffin is coming in from the United States to take care of her son. The boyfriend is coming in from Guadalajara, I hear, and we're all going to surround ourselves with all kinds of positive vibes and attitudes so that we can aim it towards Logan as he begins a healing process. So that's the elephant in the room. Well, it's not an elephant. It's just a muffin, a big muffin on the mend. I hope you're going to be my friend. You're going to be okay, my friend. I went to see Logan at the hospital last night, and it was nice to spend some quality time together. Other than that, I truly, truly hope that everybody spent a wonderful weekend, either here in town or wherever you are. It, of course, did not rain nearly as much as we would have liked it to, but it rained. It rained a little bit, and I was happy to spend some time by myself at home doing projects, and also some time with dear friends yesterday. So it was a nice balance for me. Of course, as we start our week, and before we go any further, I want to welcome everyone to Coffee and Headlines, and particularly those of you who are watching live for the first time. If this is your case, please write the word new in your comment, and we'll be happy to give you a nice little welcome. If you are watching later on in the day on YouTube, well, we love you just as much, and we'll love you even more if you take some time to hit the subscribe button or take some time to hit the like button on the other side of the screen. It helps us a great deal to disseminate our messages, which are, as you know, about connecting people through news, history, stories, and tradition from Mexico as we make our lives here in Puerto Vallarta as a community of English-speaking locals. So that is our intro for today. Let us get going with the news just to see what's going on out there. Let me put it up on my screen, and there we go. And we start with a problem that plagues the city, particularly during the summer months, and that is the quantity and size of tourism buses attempting to navigate their way through Puerto Vallarta's narrow downtown streets. And of course, things get even worse when they park on streets where it isn't allowed. It adds to a lot of vehicular traffic. For the most part, these buses transport tourists that paid for an all-inclusive vacation, or at least one that includes transportation from their city of origin to Puerto Vallarta and back. And of course, the responsibility of regulating these vehicles as they move through the city lies in the city administration. And Cristian Preciado Cázares, who oversees the Municipal Tourism Office, has stated that they are now looking at ways to determine specific hours of the day and places where these buses can move about so that neither tourists nor locals are affected. Another similar problem, and one that affects the downtown area year around, are trucks supplying restaurants and bars. These trucks tend to double park as they unload their goods, affecting traffic. So hopefully the city will also regulate them by implementing specific times of day in which they can deliver their goods to restaurants and bars. Oh, this is cute. Well, we know that that Tribuna de la Bahía loves to question our mayor wherever they can and whenever they can. So apparently, Tribuna de la Bahía submitted a request. There is in Mexico this whole issue with public record transparency. You can submit a question about public records, and the city or the country, by law, is expected to respond. So Tribuna de la Bahía went and asked City Hall how much was the trip to McAllen that Mayor Michel recently took with his wife, a total of seven employees, and apparently the request was denied, despite the fact that the city paid for travel and lodging for everyone that went with our taxes. So I just thought you might want to know. In other news, Javier May, I don't know how he pronounces his last name, who oversees Mexico's National Tourism Development Fund, or FONATUR, has informed that the static tests of the Maya train are proceeding without a hitch. And by static, I mean that they haven't actually put the trains on the tracks to move about. They must be turning them on and off just to make sure that they run. And these were supposed to be happening in July, as I recall, June or July. But the Maya train is still expected to be inaugurated in December, which is good news. Now, can you feel the wind, Fernanda? Fernanda is the name of the latest hurricane to manifest in the Pacific, and Fernanda snook out of nowhere as we were enjoying the weekend and became a Category 3 hurricane moving west from Mexico's Pacific coast. But as it's heading away from the mainland, it represents no threat to the country. And further out in the Pacific, closer to Hawaii, Tropical Storm Greg developed as well. But this is even less of a threat to Mexico. There is something to be said about hurricanes this season. They are simply not getting close enough to the coast. Usually they come down from over here, but now this year they seem to be going in this general direction. Here is Fernanda, and there is Greg. As you can see, they represent no challenge or no danger to our territory. But let's see what snarky weather has in mind for us for today, just to get a sense of what do we have to worry about. Snarky weather says school's out for summer unless you have summer classes, in which case, haha, I love it. Well, the temperature right now is 30 degrees. Our temperature in Fahrenheit degrees is 86, and our humidity is at 79%. We can expect today a partly cloudy day in the morning with thunderstorms in the afternoon, a chance of rain of 34%, a high of 33, and a low of 26. Then tomorrow, Tuesday, mostly cloudy skies in the morning with thunderstorms in the afternoon, a high of 32, a low of 27, and a chance of rain of 46%. And last but not least, Wednesday, mostly cloudy skies in the morning with rain in the afternoon. Chance of rain of 61%, a high of 32, and a low of 27. And hold on just a second. Yes, clearing your throat is a good thing on a Monday. So let me see what else we have in store for today. Yes. I have to say that during a recent, our most recent meet and greet, somebody came to me and said, "We want to see more of Luna." So I figured I'm going to show you typical Luna. And this is typical Luna weekend, well, any day of the week behavior. But I have to set this up. It's a short video. On my bed, not that you need to know, I have an iPad stand, one of those flexible chingaderas, so that when I'm lying in bed, I can prop my iPad and read or watch the news or whatever. And it has an electrical cable hanging from it. So every morning when Luna hears me waking up, she comes close to me. And of course, she claims ownership of everything she can by rubbing her face against it. So the iPad is hers, and the cable that powers it is hers. And after she claims ownership from all these gadgets, she's like, "Okay, what about you, dude? Wake up. Wake up, because it's time for you to love me." So that's typical Luna behavior in the morning. So I'm going to show you that as it happens. And it looks like this. Check it out. Da, 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 da. Scratchy. But it's my cable. My cable. And then she will look at me and go, "What the fuck?" Get up. It's like, my iPad. It's all mine. But get up. Yes. And then she lies down and pulls it down. Ah, my baby. So that's typical Luna. I thought I would share that with you because somebody wanted to see more glimpses of Luna as we go about our daily lives. And speaking of daily lives, I want to see what you are all up to. Let's see what we have. Doody doo doo doo. Lots of good mornings, which I appreciate. We saw this one, but we'll put it up again just because we want to send Logan all the good vibes and good love that we can. Do. Oh, Muffin. Muffin on the mend. Let's see. Lots of good wishes for Logan. Thank you very much, Cluster. And here is, oh, how sweet. Thank you so much, Paco, for introducing me to guava and guava paste. I'd never had it, and I found some at a Mexican market here in Tennessee. You know, Cliff, go find yourself, if you can, some cheddar, or better yet, some sharp cheddar, and sandwich one layer of cheddar with one layer of guava paste and watch heaven unfold before your eyes. That's all I'm going to say. It's delicious. Let's see. Purim pam pum. Da 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 da. Looking for cues. I see nice comments about Luna. Of course, she's pretty. She's my beloved daughter. And this brings me to the end of your comments. I don't see any cues, which means that this is a good time to move about and continue with our day. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we can expect more news and more headlines. And hopefully, I will have had a chance to go visit Logan at home. He is going to be moving back home later on today. And we'll make a report on Muffin on the Mend just to see what's going on. So, anyhow, have a great day. Have a great beginning of the week. And I will see you again sometime soon. Take care.